So now you have the foundation game down and you're ready to add some variants. So the first one that I recommend is the Scale variant. Scale means story in Gaelic and Scealta means stories in Gaelic. There's one of the non-player card on the very top. It'll say Scale variant, and so you can look at that for directions. There's also another player card, which is list of Scealta, list of the stories. And that is a good reference material while you're playing so you know which cards go with which scale or which story. Now in the Scale variant, all the play is identical as the foundation game. The difference is if you collect the 3 cards in a scale, and each scale has a little symbol in the upper left-hand corner. This happens to be the salmon scale. So it's the Salmon of Knowledge, it's Finn McCool, and it's Giant's Causeway. And there's a whole story that goes behind these 3 cards. And the stories can be found on our website as well. So the same exact play goes, but when you go to count your points, you get an extra 40 points for every scale that you have. There are 9 Scealta in Scianchai. This one here, you'll notice there's a little bull, and this tells the story of the brown bull of Cooley and Queen Maeve. So in order to get the 40 points, again, you must have all 3 of these in your point field when the game is over. The music notates some culture of Ireland. We've got music and dance, the fine arts. The Celtic cross has to do with religion and really having to do with the story of St. Patrick and him bringing Christianity to Ireland. The river is the story of goddess Danu and the birth of the fairies. The Viking helmet is, of course, the story of the Vikings and their invasion in Ireland. The puppy dog here is how Cuchulainn got his name, one of the legends in Irish mythology. Here we have the stones, which is ancient Ireland. We already talked about the salmon and the story of Finn McCool. And then the shield has to do with the warrior culture in Ireland within the tribes as well as invasions. And as a reminder, you must have all 3 in your point field when the game is over in order to get the 40 points. So you know that the same foundation rules apply to the Scealta variant. So what I'm looking to do though is I have a shield here, there's a shield here, and I have a shield here. It only counts though if I have all 3 of those cards in my point field at the end of the round. So some people have asked the question, well, can I capture a shield with a shield? The answer is no. The only way you can capture cards is to ensure that they're the same suit. So this stone suit, I can only capture other stone suits with it. I'm going to choose this one because it has a 10-pointer versus a 5 and has the potential of giving me another scale. So that's what I'm going to capture. Now I need to discard. Now it's my opponent's turn. So she has the opportunity to get a 20-point capture, but she knows that I already have 2 of the shields, so she may decide to take a lower point but capture that shield to block me from getting the Scealta, or getting the scale. So she's going to take that into her point field, and now it's time to discard. And in this case, she's choosing to discard a dark card against me for -10. So she has blocked my scale. That's all there is to the Scale variant. Everything is exactly the same as in the foundation game. It's just adding a little more strategy and gives you a little more options on what you want to capture or not capture. At the end of the game, count up all your points like normal and add 40 for any scale that you may have.